down the hammer and pick up the pencil. You're about to listen to the Savvy Radio Show. Learn from real-life real estate investors, experience revealed with the Savvy Landlord as your host.
This is your first time here. Welcome to the party. This is your event. My name is VanCauwenbergh. I am the Savvy Somebody. But this is to help you and to grow your business. This is a free form. If you talk too much, Pat, I'll shut you down. Okay? That's why we had food. This was what bring your own lunch. You shove it in there. You don't have to talk as much. But if you don't talk, I will call you out. Okay? There's this thing. I go to church. It says either a consumer or are you a contributor. Correct? I mean, it's pretty fascinating when I think about it because, you know, I used to church hop. That church ain't for me or whatever. That means you're a consumer. Right? But we need to be contributors. If we're going to grow our business, every time I do this, I learn something. I take some notes from someone. Someone finds a better website. Here's a better website for you, socialserve.com. Have you ever heard of that? Nope. There's a podcast coming out, socialserve.com. You Google it up on your tongue. See, I just contributed one thing by giving you one website that could help you. Okay? Google it up on your own time. All right. Here we go. So, again, you got to contribute. We're going to keep it simple. This is your time. I'm just mediating the situation, okay? If we can't fill content, then I'll fill content. If you do, welcome to the party. Oh, it's 1 minute. Maybe I'm a little excited today. But if you do come up with something good, let us know. And also, if you have a question, there is no bad question, correct? And we'll try to answer it collectively. All right. First of all, we're talking about marketing. What's up, man? We're talking about marketing your rental property. Okay? Well, the obvious thing is what?
Facebook.
Online. If you have no online presence, you got to have an online presence. Okay? That's pretty simple. I'm talking about even if you got to have a ghetto website, you should have software. If you have one unit, you should have software. If you decide on getting software, you should probably have a software that has a website engine built in. If you don't have that done, then what's the next alternative? Matt said, Facebook. Okay? The interesting thing is that a lot of people get a domain name and forward it to a Facebook page, and you can put your inventory on there. It would be slow and antiquated. It wouldn't work, but you've got to be online somewhere. Google, Facebook, they use search engine optimization through those sources. Now, you guys know about millennials. Anybody marketing towards millennials? No. Okay. Well, here's a fascinating thing. The rule of thumb is housing is down. Millennials don't buy houses. Isn't that interesting? Mm-hmm. It's interesting. I think it's kind of cool. I think it's cool that I'm in Generation X and I can see both sides of the fence because I'm old school and I see the new school. I do like the new school. Okay? They're pretty savvy people. Now, here's a problem that I read the other day that, but you know what? They're not buying houses at all. But they are buying houses for one specific reason. Anybody can guess what it is.
Your pets.
Who said that? What's your name?
Ivan.
Good job. Put your hands together for Ivan. He is right. I'm being serious. I don't make this crap up. I know it seems like it, but I don't. For real. And it makes complete sense. They are buying houses with pets. Now, 5 years ago, I was at a landlord conference, and pets have always been a debacle. Pets are always an issue. I hate them. I love them. They're dumb. They're terrible. They kill people. Whatever. Okay. Then there was a big trend of you should outfit your house for a dog. That was a big trend 5 years ago. Then another trend was, hey, take out the sink in the laundry room and put what in there? A pet shower. Right? Then more debacle. Blah blah blah. We charge more for a pet, and we get it. Okay. So you should be charging more for a pet. That's not what today is. But if millennials are willing to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to take care of their pet because at their mom's house they can't do it, or at their apartment they can't take care of the pet, that means something. So if you're doing any kind of online marketing or any kind of marketing at all, and you really want to set your tone different than somebody else, you may want to figure out about how to express that you like dogs. Be a dog lover or a pet lover. All right. Social media. What social media is out there that you could use?
Instagram.
Facebook. Okay, let's just stay on Instagram for a minute. Does anybody use Instagram?
Yeah.
One person. Not for housing? Okay. What's the next biggest search engine compared to Google? Not Google's number one. What's up, Roberts?
Twitter?
Oh, no. We got
Facebook.
some old people coming.
No.
Facebook? No.
Instagram.
What's the number one search engine after Google?
Bing.
No. No. Come on, keep going. Google, after Google.
No, I was trying to think.
Oh, sorry, Chris. Come on. Oh my gosh, we need to do a tech class. So not next month, the month after that. The number 2 best, biggest, largest search engine is YouTube. Why?
Owned by Google.
Video.
Yeah, but it's not Google.
Yeah, it's still owned by Google.
Why? Come on, dude. This is like I got a bunch of dead people up in here. I'm serious. I'm gonna leave on the dot today. I don't got time.
YouTube?
YouTube, BoobTube.
No.
Listen.
Woo yeah.
Why is YouTube number 2?
People like videos.
People are lazy. People are lazy. I don't want to read. I for sure don't. Okay, so let's get back to the Instagram. So I know this guy. He makes $60,000 a year. Entrepreneur. 60 G's. I mean, I know that's good for you. Sounds good for me. I'll take 60 all day. Guess what this dude uses? He has no computer. He has one cell phone. He does not use, no VA. He does not use Facebook. And he does not use email. What does he use? Instagram and text messaging. Okay? That's a millennial guy making $60,000 a year in his little business, and he's content. Okay? You need to find... I sold a house the other day in one day on Facebook. Like that. I sold a house on Facebook. Slow people. Yeah, I'm talking to you. He calls me, hey, man, I already sold it, homie. I sold the house within like... I wish I would have tracked it. I could look at the guy's phone number because he called me. I've been texting that dude. I don't know. He bought it within that day, on Sunday. I put it on Sunday, right? Was it Sunday? It was. Anybody see my post? It was on Sunday, selling this house. Of course, I sell stuff at the right... I'm a wholesaler. I sell it at the right price, so I don't have to mess around people. If you don't buy my house, I have 20 people still texting me today wanting to buy other houses. Right? But how did I sell it? I sold it on Facebook. There's a podcast I did on this, exact same thing. A girl sold a house in a week on Facebook. If you're not using social media, if you can't use social media, you need to pay somebody to do social media for you. Now, don't call some SEO company. Does anybody know what SEO is? Search engine optimization. And pay them $1,000 to run your social media. That's dumb. Okay? Get on Upwork and hire a social media person. Pay them $100 and work your social media. Okay? If you really want to go to the next level. What is the next level for you? I don't know. I didn't do it. This is how I sold that house. What was the number 2 search engine?
YouTube.
Okay, and what's YouTube? Video. What did I go do? I went and took a video. I walked around the place, up and down. Walked around the place. I timed myself because I'm psycho like that. So I was like, it was like 3 minutes on the outside, 3 minutes on the inside. I was on the property total of 10 minutes. And I sold that property for actually more than I was texting it out to people. I have a buyer's network that I text these 5 people a house. They respond back to me. They don't respond back to me. I priced it up higher. I threw it on Facebook. Actually made more money on Facebook than I actually text out to people. Right? All from 10 minutes of work. Why? Because I had what? A video, and I put it on. Yeah. So I asked the guy. First thing the dude calls me. I mean, I'm serious. Like, I was with my children, and the dude called. Hey, I got the house. Call. I'm like, right now? I got to show it right now. I'm like, dude, text me your ID. No, I don't know you. Oh, well, you called me. He wouldn't give me his ID. I said, oh, okay, homie. I could be there in 15 minutes. I had to go to Sherwin-Williams anyway on Sunday. I'm trying to finish this.
You wanted him to text so you could give him the code or something?
Yeah, I want to give him the code because I don't got time to be showing these. I don't want to get shot.
Gotcha.
So I give him the. He had to meet me there, and he bought it right there on the spot. It was that fast. And I asked him, how'd you hear about it? Social media, Facebook is how I sent it out to. I sent that thing out probably that same house, which a lot of people got back to me slow, to people that have cash that I know that can close, and I give to them the right price. And they beat them. Social media beat the people like me that have cash, that are buying houses all day, every day. I'm taking down 4 or 5 houses a month, all day, every day. And social media is beating people like me. Okay? If you do not market your properties on social media, online, you are missing out beyond. And if you don't have a social, let's just have a social media club, right? Forget Landlord Lunch. Let's have a social media club. Because if you guys have been following the Landlord Lunch, remember years ago there was a girl. Was it a year ago when we started? There was a girl selling she's done 90 transactions through Facebook. Do you remember? Was anybody at that Landlord Lunch? It blew my mind. Anybody else doing anything on Facebook? Any techniques that you could teach us through Facebook? I'm not gonna call on you because you're eating. Anybody else? You're social. You're okay. Tell us, Mr. Robert.
Your Instagram post stuff. Your Instagram will automatically link to Twitter and Facebook.
Right. That's a good tip.
So you do one deal and you get
Yep.
covered.
Okay, so let me give you some websites. I use Buffer.com. Buffer.com is like $30 or $60 a year. You can schedule all your posts in there. You can hire a VA, and he could schedule all your houses, right? But I was just testing on this house, and I needed to dump this house, so I just did it myself. But you can hire a little VA to manage your social media through Buffer, or what's another company? Hootsuite. Okay? This is just an aggregated company that you can go in and you can schedule all your times, and you can put pictures up there. Okay? You can get a whole plan. So you should have a kind of a Facebook social media plan. Now, does anybody use? You have a audio business, right?
Right.
Okay. You deal with churches and you deal with clubs. You deal with all kinds of people. Where do you get your business right now?
Where do I get it from now?
Is it word of mouth? How are you getting clients?
We've got a lot of word of mouth. We get a lot from the internet. We have a website and we link everything to everything. So
To your social media?
Facebook, our website is all connected to each other.
Okay.
And then we have, I can't remember the program that we have our posts scheduled. And we do videos. The videos are we get a lot better response from a video than we do a post.
Yes. Video. So you can also, how do you connect the two together, like on your Facebook and your Instagram? Does anybody know how to connect those?
Well, you could just go on and say, hey, if you post on Facebook, you want it to
Okay,
go
is that
Instagram.
inside Facebook or is that inside?
Both. You can either one.
On both, you can do it. You can sync it.
Yeah.
Instagram's easier. I think. You do it that way.
Okay. Listen, man, I mean, this is how old school I am. I just now got on Instagram. I got 8 friends. Seriously. Like, I'm old. I'm like, I don't want another thing to post on. Right? But it's, that guy, I remember, is making $60,000 a year running his little business off of Instagram and text messages. Just, that's all this guy does. He's a millennial. He's 30 years old. Text messages. And he doesn't, because I'm an email guy, because I meet with this guy. I'm like, homie, you don't have email? No, I don't have email. He doesn't check his email. Wow. You want to get interrupted all day long with text messages? I guess it's what they like. But he dominates on Instagram. He's got like 5,000 followers, some ungodly number on Instagram. A friend of mine. Makes $60,000 a year. Pass it. Okay, anybody else? Tips? Instagram tips. Videos, right? What else?
Influencer marketing. Haven't tried it with real estate, but that's
Influential marketing.
Influencer.
Like,
That's the where you get people with millions of followers to post for you.
okay, so what he's trying to say is, like, I have a podcast, and I do one sometimes now, but I have a podcast, and I want to interview someone and reach their network, and say they're Timothy Ferris, who has millions of people in his network. And if you ever if you're interested in podcasts, John Lee Dumas. Go to that website. It's called Entrepreneurs on Fire. He posts his income. Another great podcast, if you're not listening to, which I haven't listened to in years, Pat Flynn has an amazing podcast. These guys post what they make off of their podcast. And they're entrepreneurs, and they're incredible guys. Good information. Tim Ferriss has a really good deal, but they're using other people's network, right? So did you know you can buy ads on Facebook, right? Did you know that inside that Facebook, you can reach my network through buying ads? Did you know that? Let's just say, for example, Jessica, she's from Florida, and Jessica has a huge network in Florida, and I'm moving to Florida, and I want to buy houses in Florida, okay? Which I'm trying to do anyway. I would, inside when I'm buying ads in Florida, I can tag her as inside my purchasing of ads, not tag her on the outside. Inside where I'm ordering my ads, I can tag her as an influence, and it would serve all of her friends my ad that I'm trying to buy houses. Yeah, if you're a wholesaler, I mean, I know people are taking down ungodly amount of money through wholesaling through Facebook. Like, it's unbelievable what you can do through Facebook. So, should we apply that to our rentals? Yes. Any other good tips?
A couple of things I found is that, one, you want to have your own personal page as your personal page. Business page be a business page, because, again, personal page, you may talk about friends, you may do other things, political or different things, but your business page needs to stick with your business, and also be not just about selling or what you have to do, also put information out there, or this is what I've learned, or things like that will help also put information out, and people will be likely to follow you because you're giving them good nuggets all the time too. So they're likely to follow you for that.
Rich's point, does anybody have two separate websites? No. And when they started, that was like an etiquette type of situation. I'm lazy. I just have one. I do have a business page for Savvy, but I really just run my whole thing off of one. Now when I do my videos for my rentals, I do not attach them to anything personal for me. So I agree with what you're saying. What he's saying is I have two separate accounts. Me personally, I don't have time to manage all that kind of stuff, and I don't see any quantifiable income coming off of having two separate things, right? But I do for my personal business, my rental business, for sure. I have a separate website. I have a separate YouTube channel, and all my videos for all my houses are on that YouTube channel, because I don't want that to dilute what I'm trying to do as a personal situation. So is that a good tip? Should we give him a prize? Mm-hmm. Okay. Anthony Robbins, missing disc 5. Don't worry. Brian Tracy, book or a journal?
You want, man.
Okay, we'll give it a journal because nobody else wants that one.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
All right. I got that for free at a conference. I do everything digital. Why are you laughing? It's okay. It's free. That's a $20 book, man.
Yeah, it's $20.
My homie, if you really want to learn creative finance thing, you want to buy houses with no money down, and go to that website, Creative Wealth USA. Augie Bylight taught me everything I know, and he has classes and he teaches it. He speaks. Augie Bylight. Anybody ever heard of him? No, because he's down in the trenches. He's like me, just doing it, not trying to be somebody. But that's where I learned a lot of my stuff. All right. That's where I got that. I went to his conference, and he gave me that book, and I'm like, great. I don't journal that way. I use this app called Journey on Android. If you journal, use this app called Journey. It's an incredible journal app. All right. So advertise in print media.
You say it's called Journey?
Journey. It's an awesome app. I dump anything in there. It's better than Evernote for journaling, and you could do visually. So I could take a picture here, and it jumps off my GPS, jumps off the time, tells me what the weather was, and it sticks that all in my journal. So then my journal then syncs to all my Google Drive. It's freaking bomb. But we should have a class on technology.
Yeah.
Should we do one on that? Okay. Because I got all kinds of new stuff I'm rocking right now. Okay. So print media. Should you advertise in print media? Well,
depends on who you're trying to read.
Depends on how old you are.
And depends on your market, who you're going for.
Dude. All right. There you go. Brian Tracy. There you go. I took the price off there for you, so you wouldn't know how much I paid. He is exactly right. You know why? If I was trying to sell a house in Mesa Park, where would I advertise? Where? Where should I advertise? I'm selling a house in Mesa Park. Newspaper? What newspaper?
Gazette.
The Gazette. Who said the Gazette? I'm not going to give you anything. All right, the Gazette. The Gazette. Right, be specific. If I'm trying to go after all the hipsters, right? I'm trying to rent out a building in the plaza. Where should I advertise? Okay, don't leave it to chance on these rentals. I see a lot of young landlords. They just pick one medium and they just stick to it. You can't, like, I'm having a problem here. You don't see in this building buzzing, right? I'm running on a year anniversary here on this building and I'm choking. There's a problem. What's the problem? Whatever I'm doing is what? Not working. So two things, what do I got to do? Let's just help Steve VanCauwenbergh today. How can I rent this mother effer out? Because I'm struggling. I got little gay videos. You see my little video? Come up here, be my roommate. I'm about to get naked up in this joint. I can't rent this deal out. Why can't I rent it out? It's $150 to rent a space here.
That's awesome.
Internet. I got a printer. I'll even pay for the toner. I can't rent it out. Why? Well, I know why. The main reason is what? Competition. There's so much office space. The next problem is what? People don't know about.
And virtual offices are, people
virtual office,
don't really need
right?
They don't need an office as much as they used
Well,
to.
I found out, because I called my mentor, I'm like, dude, something's wrong. I'm not doing it right. He's like, this is how you do it. And you can take this if you want to. You go steal tenants. You steal tenants. Wow. Mm-hmm. Write that down. How do I go steal a tenant? And a tenant happened to me once where the property manager brought a tenant over when that's how you steal tenants, right? No, this is what you do. You go next door, whoever wants, I'll hire you. Because, I'll pay you money. You go knock on the door next door. Hey, how much are you paying rent here? We'll beat you next door. We got a brand new remodel building. Pretty gangster. That's why I'm not in commercial property anymore. Mm-hmm. I'm going to stick with my single family homes and be happy. Right? So you got to think outside the box. Maybe what else is another way? Any suggestions how I could rent this place out?
Sell it.
Sell it. That's on my list. Serious. It's for sale. Everything's for sale.
Stephen,
Yep.
why don't you try, like I told you before, about getting a real estate company and a title company?
Oh, yeah.
To come here. If you have to give them 6 months or a year's free rent, they won't move.
Well, my biggest problem where I failed, and failure is what? Learning. But there's another word. Starts with an F. Not F-U, but F. Starts with an F. What the?
Fear.
Feedback. Damn. That's feedback for you. Shit. Where I failed, I did not hire a commercial broker. Right? Too cheap, dumb, uneducated. I hired a residential realtor in the beginning. I had dismal, great person, not in the zip code. Right? So then we had to disband that contract. And then what happened? I fell asleep. I got bummed, depressed, stupid. What is it? Right? And then next thing you know, I'm like, and then I forget. I'm like, man, I got to hire a commercial realtor. How do I find a commercial realtor? Right? So this is the thinking that you need, the same approach that you need to take to your rentals. What's working for you, if you're over X amount of age and you don't know how to get on Facebook, what should you do? Ask somebody. Who said ask?
Take a class.
Take a class. Maybe I wouldn't take no class. I don't got time for no classes. But I would ask somebody that would know. I would find Steve VanCauwenbergh. Dude, you sold the house in one day. How'd you do it?
YouTube. Yeah.
YouTube. Get on YouTube. They'll show you how to do it.
Get on YouTube. The number 2 search engine. Okay. So print media. What other ways that you could print media? There's a guy named Andrew Cross. If you haven't met this guy, this dude, I love this guy. Talk about print media. There's this thing that came through called the tornado in May. Anybody remember that? Mm-hmm. This guy was buying houses in the Moore area and putting giant 20-foot by 30-foot banners on there, popping houses off a banner. So, print media. Mm-hmm. Could you put signs up, bandit signs in your yard, bandit signs on the corner, print media, anywhere and anywhere? Did I put that on there? Another place, that's the next one. Local bulletin boards, laundry mats, grocery stores, everywhere and anywhere. Now, yesterday I had a meeting about this building. I was like, all right, man, we got a problem here. We don't like to lose money. Okay? We for sure don't like to break even. So we're offering an incentive. If a tenant in this building finds us a tenant we're going to take 5% off of their lease forever. As long as that person stays, I mean, we're getting that competitive until I go get a machine gun and run downstairs, and everybody, hey, help me. Go steal tenants. I mean, I never thought about going to steal a tenant, but that's what you need to do in this climate of office building. So you got to think of it like that. The greatest thing I ever did was I took a competitor out for lunch once in one of the businesses I used to have. And he just told me exactly what to do, and I went and did exactly what he said, and it worked. So find out from your competitor, find out from someone else what they're doing. Is anybody putting flyers up in places?
I worked when I had a rental next to a hospital, so I went in there, and so you can't get into the break room, but I started talking to a nurse and said, hey, would you mind putting up some of these flyers, the house right next door for nurses or whatever.
And it worked?
I got some interest. I actually didn't get one from that, but, she was like, yeah, I'll put them up. And I did get some interest.
It actually worked for me. I have an apartment building downtown, and it worked. I put it in Jimmy John's. I put them in. It was all the places on 23rd Street, but it's just doing it is the problem, right? It's a great idea, but we really have to go out and do it, or be willing to pay someone that will do it.
So you have all the 54, 54, 54 text numbers if people's ever put it on there. Why don't you send out a text and say, hey, I'll buy you lunch or I'll do something. Send out a text.
Well, that's why we do that. But the great thing about I don't get paid to do this, right? Yeah. Costs us money. I don't know if you know this, that Meetup costs me money. Costs me like $10 a month to be on Meetup. Yeah. Okay, to put this on, and so I just do this event to just give back because I've received so much. Remember, we're two types of people: consumers or contributors. But one time I did have a problem with a property, and I have this problem again. I cannot find a good plumber, a reasonably priced plumber. You saw that plumber. How much was that bill yesterday on your way out?
85.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't want to get into it. So
that's cheap. It was for 15 minutes worth of work.
Yeah. Anyway, and then let's not talk about that guy. So I text out on that. Hey, I need this person. And man, about 10 investors text me back, and it helped me. I can't remember what it was. I did it twice, and I was like, man, the next time I complain about paying for this bill for Meetup or forgetting to turn the AC on, I forgot today. The power of network and the power of great landlords saw that I was in need and helped me, right? So make a rent. One day there used to be a website called OKC Rents. A long time ago. Yeah. I really wish we would do a local thing, but no one wants to work. So, okay, list your property with a realtor in your area. Does that work? Yes.
He knows your area.
Just for rent. We're talking about rental property here. Yes. I know a wholesaler right now, man. He puts everything on the MLS, and he has great success with it.
They have a rental side, and you can put on there.
But like in Texas,
$250 fee to the realtor who brings you a tenant.
Flat fee rental fee. In Texas, where a lot of my friends are, they have a lot of rentals down there. They swear by MLS. That's how they do it, and they incentivize the realtor. So I just sold the property. Here's a tip that I can't remember who gave me this idea. Let me think here. Maybe Thomas Morgan. But this just happened to me, and I sold another house in another one day, like that. I said, listen, I bought a property from somebody, and this realtor, and I realized I needed to sell this property. So what do normal people do? They go back to this guy, right? So I call this time. I'm trying to be smarter. So I was like, look, I'm gonna call this guy first. Hey, what can you do? First of all, I need to interview 3 people from here on in. I need to make better decisions, and not be friends, but be business. Okay. I actually have this podcast coming out about how to hire a realtor because I have extreme details on this. But I'm gonna give you a quick little lesson here. So I call this guy. He's like, and I know that he would already reduce his. First of all, you should never ask a realtor to reduce their commission because they're not going to be motivated. Okay. But I knew that he was going to do it because he just made a lot of money on me on the acquisition, right? And so I've only held this property for a short amount of time. I need to dump this property. He was like 5%, I'll do it. And then, I'm not real too keen on that guy. So then I was like, I called my mentor. I'm like, bro, I got to dump this property. What should I call? He's like, call the largest realtor in that market. and we'll find out who is selling the most property in that area. And I was like, bro, I don't have access to that information. Only MLS does. I can't call a realtor and say, hey, man, who's the number one guy in your area, right? So I call this dude. He's the number one realtor in that area. So I got an independent guy with a flunky company. I got a giant guy with a 40 agents under him. And then I have this other Lone Ranger guy who's a broker. Who do you think I should have went with?
The one in the middle.
One in the middle. Now, who says this one? The first guy. 5%. Everybody goes for the first one. You guys are weak, man.
The middle one.
Well,
The middle one was my first thing. My middle one was my first guy because, like, I have to sell this property right now. Okay? And what I did was this is what I always do. I had my wife call this guy and vet him out for me. So I did, but I was going to go with this guy. The guy was supposed to call me back. It was Labor Day weekend. He's like, I need to go see the property. I said, okay. I got tenants in there. They're moving out. I'll be available tomorrow. Doesn't call me back till Thursday. Okay. So I was like, all right, I got to do my due diligence. I'm going to call this guy. I call this guy. Now, rule number 1, you should never ask a reduction on a realtor, right?
Right. For sure.
Broker? You're a broker, right?
Yep.
How would you feel if I asked you? And we're homies. You loan me money, I loan you money. We're homies, right? Have I ever asked, can I get a discount off that deal? I've never asked her for a discount. I never will. It's a disrespect to their trade, right? Now, but how do I do it on this one? This is how you do it. So I interview this dude. I like this guy. He's amazing. He's an investor, realtor, broker, knows what he's doing. I said, let's do something unique this time. I need to sell this property. I need to get off my books in 60 days. Can you make that possible? No good realtor will ever say they guarantee anything. But I always try to hook people and slam them. So, can you get it done in 60 days, homie? Because I need to get this sold in 60 days. I got to get this off my books. It's got to move. He's like, well, tries to give me the data like all realtors do. All right, how about this? Instead of me asking you for a reduction, which I think is disrespectful, I said, why don't we offer the buyer's agent 3.5%, and you give me, and I give you 2.5%. Would you do that? And this is a large property. And he said, yes, I sold them one day. Just like that. This dude, I knew he couldn't handle the transaction because when I went back and made the decision, I had to put my bullet pants on. I had to go back to this dude and say, well, I didn't get to him, I got to him later. He was easy. I just sent him a text. We went a different direction. About 20 minutes later, he called me up back. Hey, man, you didn't call me back, man. So then I went with this dude, and I knew he was going to throw a sign up because this is how gangsters do it, right? I mean, as soon as I hang up the phone, sign's going to be up on the wall. Dude's going to find out. And I was like, but see, I got a relationship with all realtors, right? So sign the deal with him. I call him, and he got frustrated with me. Perfect. Great decision. I didn't hire him. Greatest decision because I hired that person. But see, we weak people, we try to just go because he got me the deal, because we're homies, because he's driven me around, because we hit high fives, and you made 12 G's off me the first time. You see, you gotta do your due diligence, and you gotta be creative. And he never heard of that idea. He was a baller realtor, still a baller realtor. He's probably heard of that. That's not some groundbreaking thing, but it worked. I got to sell the property. So, quick.
Stephen, one thing you might do, I've had great success with it for 40 years, is I use RE/MAX agents almost exclusively. Now, I buy from anybody, but I sell with RE/MAX agents. In the area, I want them to be officed in the area where I have the property. In other words, a South Oklahoma City property, I'd want a South Oklahoma City RE/MAX agent. First question to that RE/MAX agent, are you 100% commission? Do you pay desk fees? And the answer's got to be yes. Because if they're working there paying desk fees of about $1,000, $1,200 a month, they're not playing.
Okay.
They're not going there instead of going to the beauty shop or the golf course. They're serious. And that's been a super way for me to have good success with realtors.
And honestly, because I've been working on this podcast for a long time, because I have a lot of good friends that are realtors. I mean, people that come into my home that are realtors. And, where I have a great wife, and she's like, Stephen, this is a business. This is a business. And when you have a business, what do you want to do with your business? You want to hire the best person for the business. Do I want a divorce attorney looking at my real estate transaction? Maybe, maybe not. Are they qualified? Who says that they are? Who says that they're not? They're a lawyer, right? But what I realized through this whole transaction of growing and learning through this, becoming a better investor, I had to go through the fire to get to that. What I did learn very powerfully was I need to hire someone that is doing business in that market specifically. So if I'm trying to sell an east side property and I need to list it, it needs to be an east side realtor that knows all those people. And the next one on top of that should be a realtor that has done a lot of transactions. Not just because they're on the east side, right? All right. So should you list your house with a realtor? Sure. You want
to go through all of the... Well, you can do it as is.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Well, we're not talking about. Maybe we could do one on that one. We're not talking about selling it. We're talking about listing it for rent, right? So if you're desperate, like myself, I did list this with an MLS listing, but I didn't get the return that I needed to get. Throwing your property on the MLS will not necessarily automatically get you a win, right? You have to make it's not just putting on the MLS, it's maybe putting it into the context with that person.
One good thing is their realtor will open and show them that you're not bothered by all the showings.
Yes.
You haven't.
Now, one thing that I learned just recently, and you guys probably know this because I'm a little behind, but I hire a coach, right? The interesting thing about the coach is that he introduces me to people that I couldn't be introduced to. It cuts my learning curve in time. So when you look at what it costs me, what's my return? And that's what a realtor should be doing for you that's specifically in that area. All right. Find tenants through word of mouth. Okay? You'd be surprised, like Rich said, maybe text it out, do you have a tenant? You should also have band with other landlords and say, hey, do you do Section 8? Because, some landlords think that I still do Section 8, and I do have some Section 8. I'm not a big fan of Section 8. But they do for sure don't do Section 8, and they give out my phone number. Or they give out my website. My website is a simple website address, okcapple.com. And so I strategically did that marketing. So they would remember that and they want to refer me, please do. And if they do refer, what you should give them? A referral fee.
Yes, sir.
Everybody's going to be motivated with some gift card or something. You should give someone something. If someone's helped you in any form or fashion, you need to contribute back to their. It may not be, it may be monetary. It could be, what else could I do for you? Is there anything that I need you to do? I need you to come help me figure out. I got an IT guy. I'm trying to figure out every day, how can I bless that guy? Because he's helping me. How could I help him? Right? So give back. Find tenants through word of mouth. Any other ways to find tenants through word of mouth?
If there's a big employer nearby, go to their HR and
perfect.
Get into it.
HR, employer. What else?
How much was the referral fee you were talking about? How much you do on that?
It just depends. If someone finds me a house, $1,000, $500. If you bring me a house, if you vet the house out and bring me a house, I'll give you $1,000. If you tell me about a house, you heard about Sally has a house, I chase you down and give you $500. It's awesome. I love blessing people.
It's about renting on rents.
Oh, just gauge it.
You want 200 or half the first month?
Yeah, or half the first month is customary for a realtor, or a full month for a realtor. But for sure, half or a full on a realtor, on a basic referral. If we were homies, $50.
Yeah.
I do that with my tenants. If
I give my tenants $100 right out the gate.
$100.
Every tenant knows that lives in my properties. They know they refer somebody. It's $100 automatic. Every quarter, I send them a letter. Hey, go to our website. I got 150 people working for me. Why wouldn't I?
Sure.
Utilize the network. Utilize those people. Any other ways for word of mouth? On rentals, not buying. Your job, where you work,
sure.
Where your wife works, your church, right? Someone from a church just called me looking for a property. Hey, I appreciate that. Go to this website, right?
Neighbors.
Neighbors want to live next to neighbors.
Yeah.
Neighbors are the most powerful thing.
I got a property
Contractors too.
Yeah, contractors are on properties all the time. That's a good tip. Good job. Here's a tip. Place a for rent sign in the window. Here's the thing. Years ago when everybody was stealing copper. Remember those days? Well, it's still around. It hasn't disappeared. But I always get nervous. I don't put no signs out front on any property. Because usually robbers don't have Facebook. Some of them do now. And they used to watch Craigslist for a while. But how to fix that situation? Put a little sign in the window for rent, and in that window sign, put all the details of the property and tape that to the window, and then also put flyers in the mailbox. And put on a little sticker that says "Take me." Okay? Did you like that? Put your hands together. I always buy the info box when I put a sign out. If I have a tenant in a property, I for sure put a sign out. But as soon as that tenant leaves the property and it's vacant, I rip the sign out. Okay? Any other tips on rent sign in the window besides a giant banner on the hood, on the outside? I buy houses for rent. Print media. Anybody else? Come on, in the back. Joanne, get off your phone. I haven't helped her out, homie. What else? Nobody else got no tips? All consumers here? No contributors? Nobody can come up with a tip? All right. What's a good tenant incentive?
I just usually offer them $100. But then, or like sometimes upgrade their house. Like if there's something they really want at their house, like I'll give them $100. Or is there something you want at your house right now? Because then I fix my own property. Last times it doesn't cost that much.
Okay, it's a great gift. Good idea. Yeah, send that back.
Ceiling fan in your living room.
There you
or
go.
something.
Anthony Robbins, put that in your car. All right.
Me a couple $100.
So she's saying, I just have a letter that I sent to my tenants. Hey, I have a giant $100 bill on there. It's in green. And it says extra cash. Cash. Refer someone to us, you get $100 in cash. So I'd give you at least $100 because I have that from my tenants. She's saying same concept, cash, $100, or we can give you an amenity for your property. We appreciate your service. You're a 5-star tenant.
Discounting rent. If somebody refers somebody, hey, get a rent credit. So your next rent payment paid on time.
Yeah, well, but like the rent credit that I'm going to do here, it's going to be residual. So I'm going to give you if you rent here and you refer me and someone rents, I'm going to give you 5% off your rent. Yeah. So $1,000 rent, what's that? $50? Yeah. So now you're paying $950 a month and that's $600 a year. So but people don't do math like that, yearly. They do, I want the 50. But in the scheme of things, for $600 a year, I'd probably get on Facebook, hey, come be roommates here at the Red Tree Center. We're down. For $600, would you be? But that could be quantified over 3 years. That could be $1,800. That could be a lot of money, a lot of savings. You could do a lot with $1,800. You can go buy a crib for $1,800, right? So you got to communicate. What other incentives? How about a big incentive was move in, get a free flat screen. That's a good one. Yeah. How about an iPad? How about Google Home? What other incentives?
Like over the summer, for one, I offered lawn care free for the first summer. It doesn't cost me that much, but
great. That's awesome.
Less of a hassle.
Lawn care for free.
Just till October. Not for next year.
What other incentives? Nothing else? Have you ever tried an incentive before for a tenant?
I have not.
You get you just balling. All years are vacant.
Well, I don't usually have them, but I currently have 4. And
vacancy?
Yeah, I'm dying in Norman. The longest one's been a month.
OU tickets. OU tickets. Bedlam tickets. $200. Go buy them. Bedlam tickets. All those people in Norman, they're weird anyway.
I just did that to get all my tenants to send me all their model numbers and everything on all the appliances in the houses, because in my first house I didn't do that, so I just gave them Thunder tickets for a raffle for Thunder tickets and OU tickets. I send them a form, you just exactly what you have to do, take pictures of all this, you send it all in to me, and their air filter sizes, everything, because I got sick of having to ask them when I'd send somebody over there.
Excellent.
Now I know everything. I'll be like, that's a whirlpool.
Put your hands together for our super savvy landlord back there. That's a savvy landlord out there.
That's awesome, yeah.
Get other people to do your job.
Yeah, exactly.
That's my motto.
What you give them for?
Thunder tickets. Yeah. So like, apartment, we do this too. We don't do this anymore, but you get entered into a raffle if you get your rent in before the 1st. And then, and then you pull a raffle. She did the same thing. Out of her X amount of units, if they get it in on time, she pulls it, and then she emails them all out. Yeah, Sally over at Elm Street won the 2 tickets for the Thunder game. Well, how much are Thunder tickets? $10 a piece for Loud City? Right? How much? I don't know. I don't go to a game. How much is tickets for Loud City?
They're like 14.
$15, $30. Wow. That's not the $30. What's the most powerful out of that? Association. Power of association. Thunder tickets sounds more sexy and glamorous than Loud City on the 3rd floor. Well, you can't even see the guys down there. You can't see them. I kill them. I kill them. I kill you. I kill you. Right? But Thunder tickets sound bomb. Let me sign. What you need, girl? I'll call you back if you say I got Thunder tickets. Oh, Loud City. I'll call you back. Right? Power of association. How could you do that? I mean, that's how these apartment buildings are doing it right now. Did you see the new building just got on the corridor on Memorial? Argonne?
Yeah.
What's the word they have on there? What's one word they got on that apartment?
Luxury.
Luxury. Right? Association. I want to be luxury. It works.
That's okay.
How much are those? How much are those apartments? Does anybody know?
First month, $99 move-in.
Okay, $99. But how much is that apartment per month? Does anybody know?
I think they said it ranged between $900 and
$2,000.
Right.
Is $900 affordable?
Yep.
For society today, for millennials, $900. That's what they're looking for. Are they going to fill that place up?
Sure.
And you got 4 vacancies. Something ain't right. Right? You got to ask yourself, what are they doing that I'm not doing? Now, of course, they got a brand new building. We can't really compete. And they're on, but you got to figure out what's working. Matt, when I go have lunch with somebody, another property manager, I'm like, hey, how's your vacancy? I'm at full, and I'm never full. I'm like, I got 6 right now. I know your pain. But does that, figure out what's working and duplicate it the best you can and learn. All right, we got 13 minutes. Anybody else? Any tips? Rich, tell me something.
One thing, man. Hey, I just found a product that's a Bluetooth. It transmits a Bluetooth signal to anybody within 100 yards. So anything in 100 yards will transmit, sends it as a notification on Bluetooth that the Bluetooth's on. Fixing to change from Android to iPhone also. It's called a Go Sivia. And you program your little message on it. You have 40 characters, but you can also put your website, which is free website you can put on there. Put it on there. You can change it instantly. Change it anytime.
So did you have it now?
I did.
Well, send me something.
Costs like $50 for one device, but you can program it.
Well, can you send me a Bluetooth thing?
Sure.
So what this guy has
I don't have the device with me, but it's actually.
Also, you have a Bluetooth device,
right? So it's
that broadcasts
right.
like a hotspot,
right?
But it's only going through Bluetooth, and it sends a notification on your phone. So these 40 people in the room right now, I can say, "Hey, I'm sexy. Look at me."
Exactly. And it would come up on a Bluetooth. It'd come up from a notification. They would click on it. They click on your link. Whatever your message is.
I'm gonna try this. How much is this thing called?
What was the name of it again?
What's it called?
It's a Servia Bluetooth. Is what a Servia Go.
Servia S.
Yeah. I'll send a link to you if you want.
Well, no, we got friends here.
Yeah.
S.
Yeah. ASIRVIA.
Servia.
Yeah. Go.
And this is a Bluetooth device.
Mm-hmm. And right now it's only working on Android. The test market
that's the only phone we need.
I understand. but it's actually.
Why is that even a conversation?
They've just revamped it where it will have an on-off switch where you can turn it on and off. You can program it instantly now. Before it was taking 24 hours. Understand? Yeah.
Get off that iPhone. iPhone.
But that's
iPhone
if they
X.
ask, as a referral deal too, is they give a referral. So hey,
well, yeah, send it to me, homie.
Rich Sherman's my name, Rich.
Right, Matt. So though you get him in Norman 2 weeks from or whatever next. Well, you got a couple weeks, but just cruise around the stadium doing that.
Actually, I did that. I sent it to OU. I did it on there. We got like 1,200 hits on one. We got.
What are you trying to promote?
Actually, a credit business, repair.
Credit
business.
repair?
Yeah.
Okay,
credit
cool.
Repair. And then we also had a lady that took it because I didn't have tickets. She had a Nerium, and she got like 75 hits in one day.
Well, I'm going to buy it, so it's already done. I'll test it out. I can write that off on my texts.
Yeah, it is. It's a form of advertisement, too, for you. So, but it's
just,
something that's
if it works, here I could say, look, jokers, you're not contributing. Send me a website that could help me. Right? That's a great tip. Thanks. It goes because my Bluetooth is on right now.
You order it in.
It's a notification through your Bluetooth. Your Bluetooth probably has to be on.
And they send you a little device, and it hooks into your keychain. And
you know, do you guys understand what we're talking about? Does anybody confuse what we're saying? So like you know, when you who has a majority of people have iPhones, right? So you know when you go into like Buffalo Wild Wings, it says there's like 30 internet and it pops up notifications. Hey, there's 5 wirelesses in here. Okay, everybody feel me on that one?
Yep.
Okay, well that's the same concept. It pops up a notification only if the device has Bluetooth on. And the future is Bluetooth, and like I have Bluetooth on all the time because it connects to my car, connects to my phone, it connects everywhere. This is Wi-Fi, but like I run this whole thing off my phone. Servia, S-A-I or S-E?
A-S-I-R.
Okay, let's do it again. Slow and steady. A-S.
I-R. V-I-A. Go. G-O. A Servia Go.
You know, it's $50, right?
Yeah.
You charge it up.
They have multiple prices. When mine was in beta stage, I bought 8 for $100 a month.
It's a monthly fee?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm out.
So.
There'll be a hack here soon. It'll be. I don't do monthly fees on nothing. Yeah. I don't got time to maintain because I won't use it enough. Right? I even the text message that you get, I pay for those. I don't have a monthly fee on those. I only found one company out of thousands of companies that pay as you go. That's what the millennials are gonna. That service will come out, pay as you go. But I mean, it's worth it for you and what you're doing, absolutely. But like, what I'm a recluse.
Well, and again,
I don't really know anybody.
What the realtors have done is put it on their sign, and so if somebody pulls up there, it automatically sends them a link and says, "Hey, this is house for sale."
Oh, so it's Bluetooth already transmitting from the house.
Right.
That's ingenious.
Yeah.
Then it's worth $50 a month.
Yeah. So
yeah, for me to hustle. Hey,
here, whatever, you don't have to do anything within 100 yards. It will transmit to that, and once that notification's on, it will transmit.
That's ingenious.
Yeah.
It's a good idea if you're a realtor.
Yeah, realtor.
I feel sorry for realtors, man. They have so many fees. Does anybody even know how much a realtor pays a year just to get started? $2,000 a month. Who said it?
A year.
A year. Oh yeah. Sorry. A year. Just to be a realtor. That's why it's like when you ask somebody for a reduction on their fee, it's just like, look, man, they're already paying $2,000 to talk to you, and then that's just like that fee is another $50 fee. There's a text message fee. There's a sign fee. Super key fee. FU fee. Oh, that's errors and omissions fee.
Annual license fee.
Which doesn't even work anyway. Fee. A friend of mine, really got sued, and errors and omissions didn't help out. Fascinating. It's an interesting story. All right. Anything else? No one got no tips? No marketing? Tip number 1, don't cross your arms like that. It makes you closed off. Relax. Tip number 1. Be friendly, man. There you go. There you go. Be friendly. Be friendly.
Steven,
be friendly.
I've got to follow up. I think it's something that you do. I know you have online, your application process and all that stuff.
Absolutely.
Potentially marketing or posting out your general kind of requirements, base requirements, if some of those have different.
Well, we do it on a response basis. We do like, it's canned response, so automatic responses. So when someone sends an application in, we always want them. We always want them to get the application. We don't put any hurdles. We want the application, and then I start hitting them with hurdles.
Yeah. Okay.
And that hurdle would be you have to have income. But I always get their information first.
That's a good one.
You address the masses or the classes?
The masses and the classes. What do you mean? What else? And that's a good question. Any other questions? Landlord questions?
When you do that on when you do that on Buildium, is it just the Buildium app that you have?
I go through Google. Everything we do is Google Text and Google, so we can track it. Yeah, when they fill out you could put a message when they fill their application out, but I'm trying, the trick to renting out units is to get them obligated. So you want to get people obligated to you and stop looking for him. We want to look for me, not you. You got a rental, I got a rental, we're in competition, right? So here's the thing I tell my staff. Number one, they need a blank place to live. They wouldn't be calling. They're going to rent from me or they're going to rent from him. Who should they be renting from?
You.
Me. You see what I'm saying? So how do you do that? How do you create that sense of urgency? I don't know who's texting me. Who's creating that sense of urgency? We do. How do we create that sense of urgency? You get them. Yeah, you get them committed. How do you get people committed? Money, right? That's one way. Or you tell them you're pre-qualified. Right? So if I put up there, I love landlords that do, you suck, don't rent from me, you have to have a credit score of 8,000. You know what I'm talking about? Have you ever seen any landlords like that? And you wonder why you got you got vacancy. Hey, we love you, Oklahoma City, East Side love. Oh, that's like, I wish I could trademark that. We East Side love. We may be white on the outside, but that don't matter. We help everybody, right? And so why would I want to disrespect or put anybody down economically, financially, or what? First of all, it's illegal. That's one thing. Number two, why would I give him an opportunity over me? How could I be one advantage over him? How do I do that? You're pre-approved. You're pre-approved. You're pre-approved. You too, girl. You pre-approved. You're pre-approved. If you really want to lock the place up, now listen, I got to advertise this property until I receive a deposit. Now, this is a hot property. You know, you saw the video, right? It's hot. For a $100 deposit, I can lock that up today. You don't have to think about it anymore.
$100?
$100. That's not your full deposit. You ain't moving in on $100. But $100 does what? Amen.
For 2 hours.
Until you sign a lease. I don't take it off the market. Until you sign okay, now, if you pull a full deposit, I'll take it off the internet.
Right.
And I make you sign a document. You should get this document. It says in this document very clearly, we are taking your money as a deposit. You cannot change your mind. After today, you decide to go rent from this guy. Good luck. You will not get a refund of your money because we have costs. That's called marketing. We took your name and we took the listing off the internet. Blah, 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 blah. And I make them sign that. But I never have a problem.
Intent to rent?
I can't remember that. I can't remember the name of that document that I have. I created that document a long time ago. I got stung once on an apartment building. This little child lawyer up on me. Okay, I'm gonna lawyer up on you too.
You know, Stephen, if this thing doesn't work out for you, you could always get a buy here, pay here, tote the note block.
That's what
you
I
are
was
pre-approved.
Yeah, pre-approved. I know. I drove by Norman. It says somewhere Integrity. It's awesome. Integrity Auto or something. You know, I'm like driving around thinking about stuff. Buy here, pay here. Like I know what that means. But do they know what that means?
18%.
Like everyone pays here, buys here in society, right? You know. Here's another thing about
weekly payment.
I love going shop. Well, I hate shopping for a car. It's the worst thing ever. But I like going there because I love the techniques. They're amazing. Like I have enough resources. I could purchase a car at any level. I'm not talking about an expensive car. Like I could finance it. Now you should finance it because it builds your credit. But I'm just saying, you should build your credit. But the first thing, how much can you afford? What you mean? How much can I afford? All these cars. Like in my mind, I mean, what are you talking about, homie? Well, what payment do you want? That's the first thing that kind of.
How much a month?
Well, you should do that one on your rentals too. If there's a property that you're interested in and it may not fit, we have plans that we can work with you on. You ever heard of reverse mortgages? You know what a reverse mortgage is? Why can't we have reverse rental?
Mm-hmm.
Why can't we? There's opportunities. But here's the number one goal tip you should learn. Lock them up. Everybody should say that on a count of 3. Lock it up.
Lock it up.
1, 2, 3. Lock it up. I got my wholesalers back there. What do? Lock it up. It's called what? Starts with a C. Contract. What's another thing? What does contract do?
Commitment.
Control. You want to always have control. 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 Okay? Yeah, I'm not Hitler up here. I'm just saying. You got to have control. Right? When things go awry, when what? When you don't have control, and it's in their ball, and that's why I call the bank before I go to a car dealership. What's my right? What can I do? Because I don't go to the dealership and this happened to me when I bought a truck. You finance with Ford, you get $1,800 off. Doesn't that sound sexy? Except for, what's the interest rate? 6%. So, man, I had to calculate, I'm busting this dude hard. I'm like, all right, buddy. So I have to hold it for 3 months. So I refinanced it right out, like 2 months, like right on the dot. So I got $1,200 savings, but I lost 3 months of interest. At 6%, or I can get 1.75 at RCB Bank. Have you lost your mind? That's why you should finance a car. You should not pay cash for a car. That's another class about money. All right, any questions? All right, we're done. See ya.
Thanks for listening to the Savvy Radio Show. Glide online and listen to our other motivating episodes at savvyradioshow.com. Connect on Twitter at LandlordBook and always be buying assets.